Let's take a look at a beautiful Neo Soul R&B lo-fi chord progression in B minor. Now I'm playing 4 chords, a B minor chord, G major, E minor, and F sharp minor. But in order to make it sound R&B and Neo Soul, we have to go from major and minor chords to major 7th and minor 7th chords. So B minor 7, G major 7 with root note on the 6th string, E minor 7, and F sharp minor 7. I like to play it like this, but you can also play it like this. Also, B minor 7, G major 7 with the root note on the 4th string, E minor 7, and F sharp minor 7. So we already have much more color now. Sometimes I like to arpeggiate some of the chords, for example for the B minor and the E minor, and then some of the chords I will just strum it. Beautiful exercise, very simple. Now I don't really like to play the E minor 7 with the open strings. They kind of ring out way too much. So we're gonna change the E minor 7 into an E minor 9, 7, 5, 7, 7. One of the most beautiful chords you can play on guitar. And that's the only change we're gonna make. And 4. Now another thing that I like to do is to add hammer-ons. You can do that with the minor chords, the kind of pretty standard and beautiful sounding chords. The rule is very simple. You play the chord without the minor third, which is played with the middle finger. And then you add the minor third with a hammer-on. Now that works great with the minor 7 chord because it's just easy to do. Sometimes you can do it with 2 fingers. So you literally strum the bar chord and then you add the 5th of the chord and the minor third. You can also add the minor 7 with the pinky. Is always 3 frets up from the root note on the 1st string. Now the fact that you have this color available doesn't mean that you have to use it all the time. Let me give an example. 3 and 4. Now another thing we can do is to add lines between chords, which is pretty cool. Now this is not a full-on melody, it's just a few notes. For example, I like to do it after the G major 7. I like to play this line. Now we are in the key of B minor, so I'm mainly using the B minor pentatonic scale. So in this case it's 3-5 and then 5-4 with a slide and then fret number 2. Beautiful phrase. Now E minor, F sharp minor. And I like this phrase a lot because it sounds so conclusive. It's the B minor pentatonics on the 4th string 2 and 4 and 3rd string 2 and 4. Now you can either play it with single notes or with double stops. So when you put it together, beautiful phrase. Now, second section. That's one of my favorite phrases. It sounds a lot like R&B music and Neo Soul. So after the G major 7, we have a bar chord on fret number 7. We kind of slide into it. And so fret number 7 on the 3rd string. And then we have 1st string with the hammer on fret number 9. Then 7, hammer on and pull off, always with the 3rd finger. And then on the 2nd string, 10 and 7. Beautiful phrase. And then we finish with another bluesy phrase. I love it. So from the F sharp minor, from the minor 3rd of this chord, 10 to 12, and then minor pentatonic, 10 to 9, and fret number 7. So when you put it together, it's really nice. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I love it. I can play this for hours. Now, passing chords. Let's talk about diminished chords. Now we're gonna add the diminished 7th chords after the F sharp minor 7 chord. I love it. So, after the F sharp minor, we have this beautiful, beautiful diminished 7 chord. We have it on the top 4 strings, 2, 3, 2, 3. And the awesome thing is the fact that the diminished chord, you can play it a minor 3rd up, so 3 frets up. So it's really up to you how many diminished chords you want to add. It could be 1 chord, just 1 time, twice, let's do it 3 times. Maybe 4 times. You don't want to go crazy, but they sound beautiful. You can also do the same thing when playing the second section. Now this is another diminished 7th chord. It's just a different shape. So after the F sharp minor 7th chord, you play 10, 11, 9, and 11. And again, you bring it back a minor 3rd down. So it's fret number 10, fret number 7, and fret number 4. When you put the whole thing together, You can also change the F sharp minor 7 chord into a dominant 7 chord. And this is going to add a lot of beautiful tension to the chord progression. So we can go for a F sharp dominant 7, flat 13, or sharp 9, or flat 9. So we're not playing the F sharp minor 7 anymore, we're playing the F sharp minor 7 flat 13. And by the way, you can mix things up. You don't have to play always the same chord progression. In fact, I'm gonna put it all together. Minor 7. Sharp 9. Flat 13. And of course, we can add the diminished chords. That's how you mess up. Of course, you can use the instrumental that I played at the beginning of the video as a reference. But again, you can mix things up. Even though it feels nice to work on one version of this chord progression. So don't try to improvise. Learn one pattern, learn one chord progression, learn one way of embellishing these chords, and then move on to the next thing when you feel ready. It took me a while to be able to play this chord progression fluently and with groove. So take it step by step. Enjoy the process, enjoy the chords. Start simple. Maybe start with the major and minor 7th chords. And then you add the lines, and then you add different chords. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, guys. Let me know if you like it in the comment section down below. Learn this beautiful Neo Soul, and then I'll see you next time.